The Communist Party led Nepalese government has been toppled by a Generation Z led uprising. Nepalese Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli has resigned. His cabinet colleagues are facing the eye of the public, the protesters. Some of them have been beaten up brutally. Communist Party offices have been set on fire. The coalition partner Nepalese Congress is also facing attack from the protesters. Nepal resembles a madhouse. According to Indian lefties, the current unrest in the country has been sparked by a decision of the government to ban social media. But was it the only reason that sparked the public protest? The truth is that people in Nepal had been fed up with the rule of communists. If you look at what is happening in Nepal, you would realize that the situation resembles what happened in countries of Eastern Europe where communist governments ruled for decades, several decades. The basic reasons of the public unrest in Nepal include corruption, then Epicurean life of leaders, they live in affluence. Then there is cronyism. So all these have combined, they have snowballed into a huge protest. This is a quintessential end of communists. Wherever in the world communism was ruling, the same things have happened, be it in Eastern Europe, be it in any other part of the world. Communists rise to power taking lead against authoritarian rule. They organize protests, but once they come into power, they forget, they tend to forget their own ideals. Then what happens is that they become despots, they become dictators, their children live in affluence. The same happened everywhere in the world. So, what I mean is that the effort of Indian lefties to portray the current unrest as a protest against the decision of the government to ban social media is ridiculous. They are trying to deflect the allegations. It is called blame shifting in typical PR tactics. So this is what is happening in Nepal. This is the essential or inevitable fate that awaits communists everywhere in the world. The former communist leader of Romania, Ceausescu, is an example. He also lived in affluence. He was thrown out by an uprising. He was later executed. Now KP Sharma Oli is trying to flee the country. So let's take a look into what is unfolding in Nepal. Welcome to Insights. I am Hari Kumar. So as I said in the beginning, now Indian communists are worried. They are trying to project what is happening in Nepal as the impact or outcome of a ban on social media. Now, what was the pretext of the government in banning social media? It's also typical. The government accused the social media of spreading fake news, then promoting hate speech. If you look at what the typical communists in India, the leftists in India, or urban exiles in India, they do, or when they want to attack media, criticize media, or gag media, they would say that the media or the public or those journalists who speak against them are trying to spread hate speech. This is a typical argument. Then they would say that they are spreading fake news. These are the facade often resorted to by leftists. In Nepal also they try to do that because they realize that when social media are operating, it would be difficult for the left government to hide their corruption and nepotism. So it was actually the anger against corruption and nepotism that eventually become snowballed. And actually Nepal was sitting on a volcano. If you, those who walk back a few months ago, we read reports in media that there was huge rallies in Nepal welcoming the return of King Gyanendra. I think that was not just because of the love for Gyanendra or love for former royal family. That was actually because of the anger against the communist dispensation. It was the reason that coaxed or guarded people or encouraged them to take to the streets and speak out. Now that might have reached an elastic limit, and it is because of that the public is attacking ministers, government officers, setting fire to government officers, etc. Personally, I don't welcome such activities. That will lead to chaos. But at the same time, what led to such a situation was the corrupt rule of communists. This as I said, the same thing happened in many communist countries because they think that they have become absolute despots and they can do whatever they wish. They often commit corruption in the name of the public, in the name of the poor, but their own children live in affluence. They go to foreign countries, they study there, they work there. So this is a hypocrisy. People will soon realize this double talk. This duplicity is the reason for the current uprising in Nepal. Maybe other foreign forces could also be at work. Anyway, it seems that the communist influence in Nepal all on a sudden has disappeared. The communists actually came into power exploiting the uh, the discrepancies or the divisions in Nepalese society. It started in 1990s. Then there was huge clashes. There was chaos. I have read in newspapers that in the communist led uprisings in Nepal in early 90s, then in 90s and early 2000s, around 20,000 people have been killed. The Nepalese ruling family was sabotaged. Then there were so many untoward incidents. There was a firing inside the family. Many royal family members were killed. So such untoward incidents happened in the period extending from 1990 to 2010. Then even after monarchy was abolished and democracy was established, in around 18 years, more than 12 governments came to power, assumed power in Nepal. So it seems that democracy has not succeeded in Nepal. Many foreign powers could be at work. Perhaps Nepal has become a battleground for supporters of the Chinese and the Americans. Perhaps what happened in Nepal at present was because Nepal has become, or Kathmandu has become, a battleground for proxies of China and the United States. Now, communists have been trying to whip up anger against India, especially Mr. K.P. Sharma Oli. He has been acting like a Betnoya of India. Recently, when he went to Shanghai Cooperation Organization meeting, he complained to China against India. He vehemently protested against India opening, the Lipulekh Pass that connects Uttarakhand in India with Tibet. Now, India and China have started trading through the pass, but China didn't pay heed to the comments of Nepalese Prime Minister, though they expressed some sort of sympathy to the cause of Nepalese. They said they should speak with India and settle the whole issue. Actually, KP Sharma Oli has been raising such issues for long. He has been indulging in a cartographic war with India. He even published a map that features many areas in India as showing them as part of Nepal. Now, all his you know, covert war against India has come to an end. Now he is trying to, get refuge in UAE, but we don't know whether the public of Nepal will allow that. Anyway, it was an anti-India government that was ruling Nepal, and that dispensation has lost influence. It seems the public in Nepal have realized actually if Nepal is to exist as a healthy democracy, definitely they need the help of India on many fronts. As a country, Nepal doesn't have many natural resources. They don't have a thriving business or industry. Even their literacy state or healthcare sector are not up to the mark. So I think the new administration will cooperate with India, maintaining the independence of Nepal. They need to interact with India, engage with India, and enter into friendship treaties with India. Without India, it would be almost impossible for Nepal to progress. And India will also benefit if India is able to strike a friendship treaty with Nepal. So I hope this uprising of the public or the youth will, you know, eventually turn to that direction and bring in peace and progress to Nepal. I will meet you with updates. Till then, goodbye.